Monday. It is the 17th of November, which means we are already halfway done with the month. Where did November go? How do you guys feel? I definitely know November and December are going to be a little hard. And January is obviously going to be a good month because people are all about, setting new goals for the year and New Year's resolution and all that stuff, right? And what happens is right now, everybody is sort of like in prep mode. Everyone's like, well, holidays are coming up. I have to buy gifts. I have to buy food. I have to go to all these parties. Families are coming in. You're traveling a lot. Those things are just going to happen. And that's just going to be normal. So what I want to do tonight is take some time out and kind of talk about ways to avoid that. And I'll try to keep this call really short, just kind of get right to the point. And I'll let you know a few things that I'm going to be doing coming up and some things that I remember from last year when I was a coach last year. And for me personally, each month my minimum goal is at least Success Club 10, and currently I'm at Success Club 1. Okay, so I want you guys to know, take a deep breath with me. No matter what your goal is, you can accomplish it. Okay, so if you want to end the month with the goal of Success Club 5, you can. Okay, the only thing is, as of today or tomorrow, take the night off, write down some goals, and then as of tomorrow, just kind of hit the ground running, leave nothing behind, just go full force into it. That's my game plan. I started today, and I'm not going to stop because I will end the month with Success Club 10. So I hope you guys also have that same drive, build that fire in your belly, remember your why, say those affirmations that we talked about last week. I mean, those things are so powerful, knowing your why and knowing why you want to work so hard and keeping that in the back of your head, and just the fact that we have such power to change lives. I think that is more important than anything. For me, when I get a message from somebody that just says that all the posts that I do and things that I do is really inspiring and it's changing their life, and I've never even spoken to them, or they're just a follower of mine on Instagram or something, that's why I do it. That's why, because everything that I'm putting out there, I'm going to touch somebody's life. I'm going to change somebody's life. And there really aren't that many jobs out there that are like this, that you have the opportunity to truly change someone's life. And the fact that that's our job, that's all we are doing is changing people's lives. I think that's the reason why we do this, right? I mean, I know most of you guys signed up with me because you had your life changed because of a program or because of Shakeology, and now you want to pay it forward. Okay, so I want you guys to really go back to last week's call, and even if you just listen to the first maybe 10 minutes of it where I talk about that why, if you ever feel like you're stuck or you're struggling or you just feel down, I have days like that too where I'm just ugh, this is just brutal, everybody I'm talking to keeps telling me no, and they keep giving me excuses and reasons why they can't. If you go back to that why and you realize that what you're doing, why you're doing it, it's going to just keep you focused and help you pull through for the rest of the month, okay? And I hope you guys all really did listen to that call because it was awesome, and I gave a lot of good tips, which I know some of you are already using and implying, which I'm so excited about. So let's talk about the next coming month. So I'm going to be having a huge challenge group starting in December. What we're going to do is I'm going to actually partner up with Stacy Palmer, And all of our downline, all of you guys are welcome to come and get involved. And we want to make one big powerhouse challenge. And I mean, like, no joke, full in challenge group that is going to be huge. Stacy and I have a call tomorrow. So we're going to work out a lot of the details. What I want you guys to do is, if you want to join in on this challenge group with me, I would absolutely love it. It's going to be the last challenge group of the year. How crazy is that? So it's going to be our last challenge group of 2014. So let's just try to all pull in and make it the absolute biggest and best one that we can get. Because you guys know challenge groups are better when you have a ton of people. If you have a challenge group with 3 people, sometimes that flow, that magic doesn't happen, because if nobody's posting, nobody wants to post because they're like, I don't want to be the only one posting. So it's almost like the power in numbers is where it's at, okay? So mark it down, write it down. December 1st is going to be our next challenge group. It is going to be a 21-day fix focus, only because a 21-day fix is just a freaking no-brainer. Everybody needs a 21-day fix, you know? And it's just one of those things where you can just easily promote for yourselves. Like, you don't really need to think about it. Like, the food part is the hardest for anybody. It's the hardest for me. You guys know I'm a workout junkie. I mean, I love to work out, but I end up gaining weight if I don't eat right, even though I work out 6 days a week. Okay, so it doesn't matter who the person is, everybody needs a 21-day fix. Now, if you have other people doing another program, of course you can invite them, because I love mixed groups, and I think it's a great way for others to see what other programs are out there. So even if you have somebody that's not doing the 21-day fix, obviously invite them and get yourself in it. It'll help keep you accountable as well. I mean, I've got, you know, I want to look good for Christmas Day. So, you know, a little bit about what I do on Christmas. I'm Jewish, but so I've never had the whole Christmas thing, but I do celebrate Christmas with Tom's family, and his family has some awesome traditions that I absolutely love, and I adore, and I really look forward to it. But those Christmas Eve and Christmas Day involves a lot of eating. And it involves, you know, seeing a lot of old friends the holiday time. And it's something that, you know, I want to go into feeling awesome. So having this challenge group, I'm going to also participate and do it full speed ahead. So it's a great way to keep us accountable. It's a great way to obviously keep our challengers accountable. And a lot of you guys know the power of challenge groups. So we're going to, so stay tuned. Mark your calendars. December 1st is going to be our last challenge group of the year. And it's going to be awesome. So we're really excited. So I'll have more info about that coming up soon. So that's something that you guys can start to promote. I'm going to also make a really awesome post, and I did a really good one today too. If you guys want to copy and paste it, feel free to copy and paste anything that I do. I simply wrote, what did I write? I wrote something like, how would you feel if you lost 10 to 15 pounds by Christmas? That's it. Say something like that and see what you get. You're not technically inviting, you're just asking a question. And that also brings us back to last week when Shalene Johnson was going over the types of posts that you should be doing. So this one is asking a question, taking a poll. How do you feel? You know, you're just asking people a question and see what you get. And anybody that likes it or anybody that comments is obviously is interested, right? And that's just how you get that conversation started. So it's not awkward. You know, so if somebody likes one of your posts, you can just private message them, be like, hey, I saw you liked my post. You know, tell me more about what caught your eye of the post. Like, why did you like it? You know, something like that. It's a good conversation starter. Obviously, the challenge pack right now, the pile and the 3-day refresh, that's like a huge no-brainer. I mean, my little hair, who doesn't need the 3-day refresh, you know? And that is something that somebody can just have constantly in their back pocket. You know, like keep the 3-day refresh right after Thanksgiving. You know, get the program. We'll get you set up. and it's on sale too. So that's like a great leeway, and that's a great conversation starter. The 3-day refresh, personally is not for me. I've tried it twice and I didn't really like it. But I know a lot of people love it. And I know a lot of people that have some really great success with it. I've had people lose up to 14 pounds in those 3 days. I mean, it's not for me. I didn't like it. I was miserable. But hey, not everything is for everybody, right? Like we talked about last week. But the 3-day refresh is going to be amazing. Plus with PIO and Shakeology, they'll just be set up. So then that way when January 1st comes, they're not starting from the bottom. They're not starting from square one. They already have something set and they're ready to go. Okay? So that's one thing. The PIO, the 3-day refresh. Obviously, the 3-day refresh is awesome. The Ultimate Reset is also on sale right now. I love the Ultimate Reset. I've done it twice. The only thing is, for me personally, with the Ultimate Reset, I would not recommend somebody doing it in the cold weather. So if they live somewhere in like California or Arizona or Florida or someplace where it's always warm, I would definitely say all in with the Ultimate Reset. I mean, they will feel amazing if they do the Ultimate Reset. But I don't think anybody that lives in the where it's cold should do it right now, because you're eating a lot of raw foods and you're taking a lot of supplements and it makes you really cold. I always do mine in the warm weathers like September or May, because it makes me so cold. Like I turn purple. And you do get very cold because you're eating a lot of raw food. So you're not consuming anything that's soothing and warm. But that's also another good thing if somebody needs a little extra, where it's not just about like the fitness regimen. So the Ultimate Reset is awesome. And then also you could always have somebody get, if you ever come across them, obviously we want somebody to get a challenge pack, right? Because the challenge pack is going to save them money. It's going to save them time. They're going to get a discount on shipping. They're going to get their Shakeology. They're going to get everything. They're going to get, the 30 days VIP membership to our website, to the teambeachbody.com. But obviously it also gets you Success Club points too. But I know sometimes we have those struggles, and people are always on a budget. And I know that's a big objection, especially right now, because everyone's like, oh, but I have to buy gifts and I have to do this and I have to do that. And it's one of those things where I'm all about tough love. And I believe in tough love because sometimes you need to hear something that you don't want to hear to realize what you should be doing, if that makes any sense. So for me personally, when somebody gives me an objection, like I don't have the money right now, well, you probably also don't have the money to go buy new clothes because nothing fits, or you're not going to have the money, to take care of yourself because you're sick. You got to be healthy. You guys know, how it is. It's hard for us to take care of ourselves. And usually people don't take care of themselves. They always put others before them. And now is a great time to put themselves first. And that's what I always try to convey. And I always try to reference things that they've said to me. Like, well, you said you wanted to change. You said you needed to lose weight and you really wanted to lose weight. So almost putting the ball back in their court when they give you that objection is really good, because it almost makes them think, well, you came to me asking me how I can help you lose weight. Here's the best way. 21-Day Fix obviously is like huge, and it's such a great opportunity. And I mean, it's basically idiot proof. I mean, anybody can do it. Men, women, families do it together. Like Tom and I are going to do a huge family 21-Day Fix challenge, and on Christmas Day, we're going to have like a Biggest Loser winner. Like I'm going to obviously, put it together, but I'm going to have a huge prize for the winner, and I'm going to get my parents involved, and I'm going to get a bunch of his family involved because they already have the 21-day fix. So we're going to make it like a big thing like that. So if you have people like that in your life, you can do something similar. You can have a live Biggest Loser, you know, something like that. You can have an awesome challenge with people that are directly in your life. And I know sometimes a lot of you have struggles with people that live in your immediate community, but this could be a good way to branch out and to reach them because they'll be getting something a little bit extra. You know, they'll be getting you live, if that makes sense. So that's an awesome one too. And then rolling in, what you want to do now is, it's the end of November is coming up, right? Let's be honest, once Thanksgiving hits, it's just going to be like downhill. You know, it's going to be so hard. People are going to be running all over the place. So what you want to do is you want to set yourself up today. You want to set yourself up right now for the next 2 months, because December 2nd, mark your calendar, December 2nd is when Insanity Max comes out. So if you're not already talking about Insanity Max, you definitely need to start talking about Insanity Max because that's going to be huge. And also mark your calendar. So if you personally want Insanity Max, like I do, I have an alarm set for 6 a.m. on December 2nd to make sure I go buy my Insanity Max because I want it. Same thing, you know? So if you're able to do something like that and get that immediate, you know, ball rolling, conversations starting, that's going to lead you into December, and it's going to lead you into January. Tea break. So by doing a bunch of inviting and making new friends and excuse me, building relationships today and really focusing on just that. So the word invite kind of freaks me out, and I don't really personally like to invite because it makes me feel like salesy. So I think about inviting as making new relationships, starting new conversations, starting old conversations up again, and just building a relationship with people. That's all we're doing, right? So, you know, try to meet new friends every day. Try to add new friends to your Instagram, to your Facebook. You know, make those connections now. Start building all of those relationships now. Put in an extra hour maybe a day, an extra half an hour a day, something where it's going to help you set up for the next month and two. Okay, so you know, sometimes when you have conversations, it may take a little bit longer, especially if like you're like me and you want things to naturally and organically progress to where you reach that point in your conversation with saying, hey, have you ever considered joining one of my challenge groups? I think you'd be awesome because blah, 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 blah. But sometimes building up that conversation to where you feel comfortable asking and where you feel like it's that right time, like, you know, we've all probably had those conversations where it just organically, naturally happened and it felt good and it felt right and you're like, this girl's gonna be awesome, like this challenger is gonna be amazing, like I can't wait to get them in my group. You know, those relationships take time, right? So if you start today, right now, or tomorrow, if you want to go to bed early like I'm going to, if you want to start that and set yourself up for December, because let's be honest, December is going to be harder than November, right? Who wants to buy a fitness program in December? Everyone's all about parties and drinking and cake. Look, I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds awesome. I mean, that's where everyone's mind is in December. There's going to be a lot more objections. There's going to be a lot more people saying no, a lot more people saying that too busy, which we all know is not going to, you know, get us anywhere, do anything. So starting those relationships now and truly, honestly wanting to build those relationships and meeting new people, that's what's going to set you up for December. So pick a number, anywhere from 1 to 10. Okay, pick a number, and that is how many people you are going to meet in a day. So when I say meet in a day, that means add somebody to your Facebook world, hit the send friend request button. So I like going on the 5 for 5. So I do 5, I try to make 5 new friends a day. I try to start 5 new conversations a day, 5 follow-ups a day. Okay, so that just is easy for me, but this is also what I do full time. So if 5 just seems like a lot to you, then pick 1 a day. Who cares? At least 1 is better than none, right? Or if you are only able to have power hours on certain days, like say Tuesdays, your kids are at ballet for an hour and a half, and you have that extra hour, send out 10 friend requests in a day. Just figure out whatever works for you. It doesn't matter. So if it works out easier where you pick a number for the week or for the day, whichever is easier for you, but you need to stick to it, okay? So you're going to have to start scheduling out your days, and you're going to have to start sticking to it, because this is where it's going to matter, and this is where it's going to set you up for 2015. Doesn't that sound so scary? Like, the new year is here, okay? So also, think about that, set yourself up now, because sometimes those conversations take 3 months. So meet those people now. Get them into a challenge group as fast as you can. Some people just want to wait for January, but guess what? Our January 1st challenge group is going to be amazing, okay? You just got to think of the big picture. Stick to a schedule, and especially listen to the national wake-up call from this morning. It was amazing. I took so many notes. It was so good. And so I definitely want you guys to listen to that and take it. Take whatever you can get out of it and truly apply it to everything that we're doing. I mean, if you just go to your Facebook and you go to the right side of your screen, you're going to see a bunch of people that you may know, mutual friends. All you have to do is hit add friend, add friend, add friend, add friend, add friend. Okay? Not everyone's going to accept your friend request, and that's totally fine. So if somebody doesn't accept you, obviously, why would you want to work with them, right? And then from there, just send a simple message. Hey, thanks for accepting me as your friend. I see that we have a lot of mutual friends in common. How is your day going? I love your profile picture. That post you did the other day was awesome. I think do you mind if I steal it? Or I saw something just like that too. That takes 2 seconds, okay? So you gotta write down your schedule hour by hour, especially for you my busy moms and the busy, everybody else that has, jobs and they've got family and they've got vacations. Like, we are all busy. And if you don't schedule your stuff in, it's just not going to happen. Okay? So that's what you guys are going to do. I want you guys to all make sure you listen to the national wake-up call from this morning. I want you to all make sure December 1st, if you would like to join me, that's when the next challenge group is going to be. And I want you guys to really just focus on meeting new people, make new friends. Any opportunity that you can to just talk to somebody, just talk to them. You guys all have your phones with you. If you start up a conversation with somebody, ask them to be friends with you on Facebook. Here's a good example. So on Saturday, my girlfriend was in a body competition, her very first one, and I went to go support her, and I went by myself. I ended up sitting next to this really nice girl whose boyfriend was in it, and we just started talking. And I was like, just asking her questions, and I wasn't able to stay long enough to see my friend go up on stage. So I asked her if she would keep a lookout for her. I told her what number she was, and I was like, do you mind sending me a picture? Like, I'm here on my own. Like, I'm really bummed I won't be able to see her. And I handed her my phone, and I had her type in her name on Facebook. I have a new friend. I'm friends with somebody that's clearly into fitness and that also has her significant other into fitness. Anything. Walking around this food market, you know, meet people. Anywhere. You gas station, doctor's office, dropping your kids off at practice. These are all great conversation starters, opportunities to meet new people, and especially if you want to build, you know, people around you in your immediate town, in your area. It's awesome. Okay. So thank you guys. I'm just going to keep it kind of short. I'll kind of end it there. But that's sort of the gist of it. So what we're going to do is I want you guys to all make your schedule. Listen to the National Wake Up Call because she gives some awesome tips on how to make your schedule, good apps to use, and how she schedules herself. So the National Wake Up Call this morning was with Danielle Katz, and if you guys know her, she's fit and funky. And if you don't know her, you should definitely follow her, but she gives some awesome tips. And a lot of things that I wasn't doing and that I downloaded immediately, and now I'm going to be using as well. I'm going to implement it right away. It was definitely awesome. So make sure you guys listen to that. And then when you write down your schedule, show me, okay? I want you guys to take a screenshot of it. Or take a picture of it. If you have like a dry erase board, or you like using your phone and you like using your calendar, or you use the blank document that I uploaded on our page. Whatever works for you, just stick to it and try your hardest. I know things happen. My day got so messed up. I had my day scheduled out from the second I woke up until the second I go to bed. And I'm looking at my schedule right now, and a lot of things got moved around. But that's okay because I still got all of those things done. And now I can go to bed a little extra early feeling accomplished, not feeling like, oh my God, I didn't do anything today. Okay? So that's what you're going to have to do. We're going to stick to it. You guys are going to really just focus on making new friends. Get it out there about the 3-day refresh, 21-day fix, losing weight by Christmas. Like, when you make your post about it, you want it to almost have it make them feel like they've already accomplished it. You know, like when I made that post earlier, how would you feel if you were 10 to 15 pounds lighter by Christmas? I mean, for me, I would feel awesome seeing family that I haven't seen since probably last Christmas or last holiday. You know, like walking into that room, into that house, into that party when you're just like having everybody be like, you look amazing. You know, like use that and just channel it. Channel it. Okay. I believe in you guys. And I want you guys to also share with me your goals. So if we have our one-on-one calls, I want to talk about some goals for the rest of the month. And also what you thought about the National Wake Up Call and my call from last week. And if you have any questions, text me, call me, message me, comment in our page, whatever you need, okay? Thank you guys so much. Have a great night. Talk soon.